And as we mentioned, Pelosi visited El Paso at the request of El Paso congressional candidate Veronica Escobar. She joins me now. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Let's go ahead and start with the visit. This is the first time in a long time that we've seen such a high-ranking member of Congress here in El Paso. How did this all come together?
Well, so I have been working hard to build relationships with members of Congress and with other candidates. Should the voters give me the opportunity to serve them in Congress, I want to make sure that El Paso has been talking to people in order to ensure that they know we are safe, that we are a place of opportunity, that we are a welcoming community, and that most of us are very alarmed at what's happening under the Trump administration with regard to immigrants.
Going back to the minority leader, she was in Albuquerque before she came to El Paso. It kind of looks like she's stumping for support should the Democrats win back the House, of course, in November. If you win your election, would you support her as a majority leader?
You know, I've not made any commitments. I've not even really talked to anybody about it. I still have an election to win. I want to make sure that we win our race. I want to be sure to help other Democrats as well, Democrats like Beto O'Rourke. And so I'm not going to focus on that issue until after November.
But was that in part why she was here? Does she need your support?
You know, you'd have to ask her that. I think, you know, as I've mentioned, I've been working on relationship building for the benefit of our community so that our community continues to have great relationships with other members, the way that Congressman O'Rourke developed great relationships with other members and members of Congress before him. And so you know, we'll see what happens.
She said in her comments today that she would like for Congress to hold hearings here in El Paso. That would be unprecedented. What do you want to see come out of those hearings? You
know, I think so many times people who have never been to the border have preconceived notions of what our communities are like. And so it's important for decision makers who are members of committees that make decisions that impact El Paso. They should come to the community, talk to people on the ground, talk to families, talk to a whole slew of people, not just federal law enforcement, but families. That would be really extraordinary and a tremendous opportunity for us to tell our story.
Congressional candidate Veronica Escobar, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Natasha.